Arturo Suarez, he developed the instrument to mathematically assess the strength of an earthquake by its tremors by measuring their waves. They're like the waves. So, like, let's say it's like 8.2 or 5.5. He came up with the instrument to come up with what type of number it is. And also, they're using his invention to predict when the next earthquake is going to come. So he did that right there. I love that right there. Thank you so much, Mr. Suarez, right there, for coming up with that technology. I did not know the Latino community did that. All right, let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this right here, CAPTCHA. This was invented by Luis von Ahn of Guatemala. He came up with the cybersecurity system CAPTCHA, but it's also known as it's completely automated public tuning tests to tell computers and humans apart. Like, you'll see it on your screen. Let's say, am I a robot? When you're like checking into something like that, am I a robot? He came up with that system. It randomly generates the challenging responses. The tests designed to help spam bots for controlling your computer and systems. Like, there's a lot of spam bots out there. Like, like I said, like I am a robot. You got to check on it and make sure that it's not computer or it is someone else. But this man from Guatemala came up with this technology and everybody uses it. When we check into like different apps and stuff like that, we sign into something. The CAPTCHA, the completely automated public turning system to tell computers and humans apart. So that was a great invention right there. That was also by the Latino community. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the stuff that I'm just learning. It's not professionally done, but I'm doing the best I can. Let's continue on right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the stent. Something that the stent, like, people had stents put in their heart. Julio Palmas of Argentina, he made the advances in angioplasty surgery, the operation that helps unclog blood arteries and makes it easier for blood to flow through the heart. With a balloon expanding the stent that keeps the heart arteries open during surgery. In the U.S., in the United States, over the last couple of years, there has been 1.2 million coronary stents implanted annually in human beings in the United States. So that was a great adventure right there. The stent, you've had people have like open heart surgery, stent surgery. I know a couple people have had them. I did not know it was 1.2 million people to have them like every year. That's amazing. That's a lot of people. Thank you so much, Julio, for coming out with that invention. I love it. It's amazing. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. The X-ray reflection microscope. This is going to be interesting right here, which I did not know about. Not know about this at all. Mexican-American physicist Alberto Baez is a co-founder of the X-ray reflection microscope with Professor Paul Kirkpatrick in 1948. The reflection microscope uses the X-rays to produce enlarged images of small or distant objects. This device has been used to examine living cells and also study the different galaxies along the way. Like, the big microscopes that go out there like and try to figure out all the different galaxies. We've got different galaxies and stuff like that in the universe. This man's a part of that. This Latino community. He's a Mexican American. He's a physicist, Alberto Baez. He came up with this. He's a co-author of this, co-inventor of this. Again, I'd like to bring out other ethnic groups that contribute to this world, that contribute to science, contribute to stuff that we use every day. All right, let's continue. The contraceptive pill, aka birth control. Chemist Luis Miamontes of Mexico came up with the first birth control pill in 1951. A lot of people use birth control. Some people do, some people don't. But this man right here invented this. He came out with the first pill in 1951. It didn't come to U.S. until 1960. It was used, for birth control. I guess they had to go through the whole, process and stuff like that. But I did not know this. Birth control is only used by 14% of women in the United States as of 2024, from the ages of 15 to 24. That's crazy. It's a lot of confidence in you people, and a lot of confidence in guys, I guess. But yes, this Latino person actually invented that and came out with the first birth control pill in 1951, and it came to the United States in 1960. Only 14% of women use it. That's crazy. All right, let's continue. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our last one today. This is the artificial heart. This is by Domingo Santoliorta. He was born in Argentina. He was born in Argentina to Italian immigrants in 1924. Liorta came up with the first total artificial heart to be implanted into a human artificially. It's meant to artificially be successful to bridge the gap between a human donor that has to be found. So artificial heart, right now, there's only one artificial heart right now in the United States. But this is like a bridge gap. Like if he has like total heart failure or stuff like that, he came up with the artificial heart to give a little bridge gap until you find a heart donor. So it usually lasts probably like around, when it first started this back in the day, I think it lasts like around 3 days. But now it can last a couple of months. So it gives you a chance to live on. Domingo, thank you so much for that right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I know, as always, I'm not the best in pronunciation names, but I do the best I can. But I still like to bring out facts like this, about Black Americans or Black people in general, African Americans, whatever you want to call them, Latinos, Jewish, Asians. I have an Asian episode of Asian Inventors coming up, stuff like that. Stuff like that we don't learn in school. I haven't learned in school. So I want to take this time out and bust this out, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep on doing these things because I'm learning new. I love history. I'm gonna keep on learning more new. So again, if you have any requests or anything like that, get back with me. I'll put it out there to you. We have a ton of African American Black history ones coming up. I will be recording those in the future. There's a lot of those. I had to say, I'll give you a little heads up on it. The African American and Black community, the inventions and the stuff that they have done, they have contributed to this world, make up over 67% of what's being used today. That's a lot of information that'll be coming out in the future. But I wanted to bring this out today. Thank you so much to those individuals of the Latino community for helping out this world today. And ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week on Let's Talk About It. Peace.